Get the cymbals off the couch. What are you doing? She whiz. Oh, you guys. Okay, put the sticks on the floor. You know why? Because when you don't have them in your hands, you don't use them. I like that. How to control your percussion.
Oh gosh, we have a problem with that in class. They won't stop banging on.
Yeah, well, I used to give seminars for band directors. Basically, they always ask me, how do I control my percussion? Well, take your sticks away. That pretty much does that. They're not going to go, beat on each other with their hands. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to briefly talk about a couple different things. You brought some cymbals.
Yes.
Okay, hand them here. I'm going to show you how to use cymbals because I don't have any crash cymbals, and frankly, man, you're lucky you got the little cymbals. Those 20-inch beasts. I hated those things. Look, I got to tell you, my days in marching band, and don't do this. What do we do? I'm just going to tell you some stories. This guy named Dallas, he's my boy. We'd be out on the marching field. I was a senior, and I was playing tenor drum because I was always the mallet, or I'm a pianist by upbringing. And so I always did the mallet work chimes, timpani, all that, because I could read. Well, and the snare drum was not my forte, although I played drum set and jazz band. Snare drum. I thought that was for boneheads anyway. So, because I had melody and harmony. What would I do that stuff for? Anyway, so I'm out on the marching field. I'm playing tenor drum because, the snare drummers, actually what it was in the line, I was tenor, but I stood next to Cindy Brass. And that's why I played tenor drum. Was because she was really cute and she was really good. But on the other side of me was the bass drummer, Dallas. And Dallas couldn't keep time. And out on the field, he'd be going, you have to actually count out loud. He couldn't do anything right. He couldn't march either. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom, count out loud. Well, every time he'd go 1, I'd go 2. And pretty soon he'd get off. He'd start playing now. And the band director would stop and he'd be like up on his podium during, we're practicing out on the field. Dallas! What are you doing? And Dallas was so clueless. He just didn't get it anyway. But don't do that. If you got a guy that plays bass drum and has to count out loud, don't mess him up. Okay, some of my stories. I used to lock him in the percussion cabinet.
That's happened to me.
Leave him in there during lunch. There were things. I'm sorry, I should tell you stories like that because now he's going to go, oh. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Now, cymbals. How do you use cymbals? Okay, well, if you're 7 years old, these will work. Anyway. I'm kidding. Yeah, but you know what? You're lucky.
I have little hands and little arms.
Oh, wow, look, I can twirl it. No, I can't.
I want to
twirl.
learn how to do that.
No, well, I'm not going to teach you. Okay, so anyway, what you want to do is you want to hold one hand, one the other. All right, now if you're a concert cymbal player, you don't want to do this. Okay?
Yeah.
And then this. This is like. Especially with your big cymbal, you might go all the way back. Anyway, what you want to do is you hold one like this, flat. The other one does all the work. And you have to hit it at an angle. So this way. Okay? So you can do all that, and this does not help. Okay? Don't do this. Look at me! Touchdown! Okay.
I sit in the back. I'm
Okay,
very shy.
well that's okay. Well, you don't want to be noticed, but this, in concert work, cymbals sound just fine. It's like that, okay? Because sometimes you have to play fast passages.
Never done that.
Well, and then, how to get a cymbal without. I always thought it was like a stupid thing, but if you got a big enough cymbal, you can actually get that going. See, these aren't big enough. I can't do it with these anyway. Okay, so anyway, and if you need suspended cymbals, just hold them up like this. You don't need to stand, just have somebody that doesn't have anything else to do. Flute player. And you can use mallets on it. Okay. Anyway. Okay, well that's my demonstration with cymbals today. Basically, I don't have any. Okay. Anyway, hang on. Okay. Anyway.